let's get ready. We want to talk about all 5 human design types. But first, she said, but first, we're going to talk about the difference between open and defined sacral sensors. I remember I said I was going to talk about that because I think that is very important to be aware of. If you have gotten your chart already and you learn what your type is, congratulations. Yes, let's go. Now I want you to go take a look on the screen. You see the sensor that's circled in the center, that's circled in red. The one that is defined, the colored in green, and the one that's white is it's open. That's the sacral sensor. Okay. There are 2 kinds of beings in the human design dynamic. There are generator types and there are non-generator types. So generator types have a defined sacral sensor. This is what gives them that sustainable workforce and life force energy, which is different from non-generator types, which have an open sacral, which makes them sensitive to others' energy in that way. And they don't have that energy sustainably to just use for work. They need to borrow it. They borrow it from other generator types when they're in their presence. So they need that energy. They need that energy so that they don't burn out. And if they don't get rest, then they will burn out. If they don't understand how their energy is set up, then it's easy for them to burn out, especially by the time they 40, child, they having a midlife crisis, baby, because they don't know what's going on. Everything is falling apart and they like, oh my goodness, I don't know what, And a lot of that is due to them having overworked their energy so much and their body is just screaming for a rest, but conditioning won't allow them to believe that, right? Because conditioning is what makes us say we got to go work. You know what I'm saying? So generator types are different. They have that energy sustainably to be able to work. Not saying that they don't need no rest now. They do need rest, but they're more suited for like the traditional 9 to 5 work schedule that, you know, and now it's more than 9 to 5, right? Now we got 4 to 12 and we got 9 to 3, but the generator type is more suitable for that kind of work schedule. And the non-generator type, it just isn't. They're more suited for like, leadership roles that, don't really require them to put a whole lot of physical labor in. So that's just, I just want to say that real quick about that. Now let's get into what you learn immediately after learning what your human design type is. Every human design type has a strategy and an authority. So your strategy in human design is the best way for you to make decisions by type. Remember, right, that we talked earlier about the different centers, and I said there are no answers in the head. The head is about filtering through the questions and analyzing them and analyzing the data and getting the information, right? The answers are felt somewhere within the body, somehow, some way. And you'll learn that when you learn what your type is. So you feel that the decision, you feel that in your body according to what your type is. And that is the best way for you to make decisions, because your body will feel that ease, that flow that many of us, due to conditioning, have been conditioned and out of and become numb to. But we can practice it and get it back. That's the beauty of what human design invites us to do. You also, after learning about your type and your strategy, will learn about your authority. Authority is the timing within which you would make those decisions. So you feel it in your body, and then with your strategy, and then your authority tells you when. It's the way that we make decisions that align with our unique energy by doing it in the energetic way. and also the timing of how we do it, which also is going to vary by type for each person. So just to be clear, every generator type has the same strategy, but not every person who's a generator is going to have the same authority. Every manifestor type has the same strategy, but not every manifestor is going to have the same authority. Okay, very unique. Let's get into the types. The first type we're going to talk about tonight is the generator type. So the generator type is, they make up a lot of the population. They are here to do the work, about 37%, I think. They are here to do the work of the world. And their the purpose, their spiritual purpose, is to achieve mastery in their approach to their work. Generators work best in situations that bring them joy, ones that light them up, give them pleasure, and the ones that they feel are right in their gut for them. So the surefire way to deplete a generator is to have them doing work that is not right for them. Generators are built to work, but the work has to be aligned and right for them. That's why I always get so, y'all see me, I be gushing, I be saying, Retro, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to work in the way that I really love. Because the work that I do for Retro Gang lights me up. I really love to do it. It feels right, you know. I'm a generator type. Frustration may arise if the work is not aligned with their authenticity. If they're being asked to do things that they don't feel aligned with, if they are being asked to do things that they don't want to do, if they're being asked to do things that don't align with their values, or are just like against who they are, they can do it, but don't expect it to be sustainable for a long period of time. They're going to start to experience some type of emotional burnout. Generators, again, as I said earlier, are most equipped to sustain a traditional working model, but it is only most sustainable when it is aligned with their true uniqueness. It's not sustainable when they're just doing it because they have to keep up with the status quo. The other thing that's very unique about the generator type is that generators are not built to initiate. Generators are built to respond. So we talked about how, understanding your human design energy centers, but also your type helps you to learn your weaknesses, not weaknesses, but your spaces of growth. And it's not so much saying that you need to grow out of something or fix something, but just grow into the knowing of it. It's like, as a generator, the energy is meant to generate and attract. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant to initiate. It's meant to attract aligned opportunities and then respond to the ones that are aligned to them. And how you know the ones that are aligned to you? Because you feel it in your body. You feel it in the energy of that defined sacral center. So that's how the generator works. But we have to grow into that, because generators like to work, especially when we know that we can, and when we, feel good at something. It doesn't always feel good to just like be idle. And some of us are conditioned to be idle means to be lazy, or that you have to earn your keep, or you have to work in order to, be productive to earn it, or to prove your value. So the generator, part of the process of awakening into the generator mindset is to know, actually, I'm not meant to initiate. I'm meant to stand still and allow the right opportunities to come. And I know that I can trust that they will come. And I know that when the right one comes, I will feel it, I will know, and I will take the appropriate steps. So generators, even though they are built for working, right? They are also, they have natural rest mechanisms, right? When they're not working, and they're not in that motion of it, and when they are generating energy and attracting what's next. So then we have the manifesting generator, which is a uniquely wired type, a hybrid of the generator and the manifestor. So it has the unique ability to respond to divine inspiration and initiate like the manifestor. Although it does have that energy of attracting opportunities, it also has the manifestation energy, the initiation energy of the manifestor, so that they are able to initiate opportunities, but they should only initiate opportunities that in response to something, if that makes sense. And if we have any manifesting generators here, we can talk about that more in depth. So manifesting generators move quickly. They move faster than any type, which is sometimes misunderstood, and it seems like they could be scattered or just be doing a lot or doing too much. But that's an important part of their process, because they have a lot of energy as a generator. See, manifestors, that's why they're such a uniquely wired type, because manifesting energy is designed to fall back. When they feel that creative spark, they go. The generator is designed to fall back and respond when something shows up that feels aligned for them. So what happens with the manifesting generator is that they have all this energy that they can initiate with, but they're in a dance of waiting a lot of the time for it to show up for them. And so their energy builds up. And so that's why they need to be doing a lot. So they may have a whole bunch of different projects going on, and they may be very physical, like, athletic, you know what I'm saying? Like, do a lot of sports or like do a lot of working out. And it's important for them to do, for them to be able to expend their energy. They are included in what will be called a generator type, because they do have a defined sacral center and they can sustain that similar traditional workflow, as long as it's aligned with their purpose. So the manifestor is a type that's here to initiate. They are here to get the ball rolling and to set plans in motion. They operate with a silent, internal, creative flow that is sparked by divine inspiration. So the manifestor will get a defined inspiration from the head center, but they'll feel in their body when the time is right to move on it. If they're interrupted in that flow in any way, it could cause anger to come up. And so manifestors, because they have the energy of initiation, and it's a very powerful energy, it's important for them to inform those around them who may be impacted by their actions, what they're going to be getting into, not to ask permission, but so that the people around them are aware, so that when things come up, they're not caught off guard. Because when others are caught off guard, it causes an interruption for the manifestor, because then they can't keep doing what they know they need to do. Because now you caught off guard, and now you need time to get yourself together, and I ain't got time for that. Okay? That's how the manifestor be. They do not have a defined sacral center, so that traditional 9-to-5 model is not the most sustainable for them. Like I said, leadership in positions where they can, make decisions and make sustainable income, but not have to work the same kind of hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's best for them. Owning a business, right? Being able to make decisions from behind the scenes and keep it moving. Similar to a projector. Projectors are the other non-sacral beings. They're natural leaders with the innate ability to sense what is needed, sense the resources that are needed, sense what people need to know, and to deliver it to their people. But that's the key word. It's got to be their people, because when they have a lot of deep wisdom and they have a lot of, things to say, and they have a keen sense. But if they go start, similar to open throat people, if they go start spewing it in circles that didn't invite it, or in circles that are not their people, it's going to fall on deaf ears and it's not going to be welcome. And then it causes the projector to feel bitter and resentful because they know they have it. They know they got the sauce. And it's like, y'all not listening to the sauce. What is going on? Is it me? And it's like, no, it's not you. You're just talking to the wrong people. So projectors, what's important for them to learn is how to stand in their self-worth so strongly that they are able to wait for invitations to share their wisdom. Invitations, I need your advice. You know what I'm saying? Again, best in leadership positions where they can fall back and behind the scenes and make decisions or give insight, do consulting work, real estate, owning their own business and things like that. It's good for ways for projectors and people with that kind of energy to make their money as well. And then the fifth type we're going to talk about, which is the fifth type of human design, and the most rare type is the reflector. The reflector, get this, y'all, has all open centers. Very rare type. The reflector is the mirror to humanity. Their job is really to just let humanity know how they're doing. But it's not just any old sampling population of humanity. Again, their people, their tribe, the reflector of the tribe basically is what gives you the temperature of what's going on. It's like if all the human design types if we transformed them into the roles that put on a production, right? You would have the generators who are the crew. They're the builders. They build in the sets, and they're the ushers passing out programs. Like they're taking the tickets. Like they're the people who are creating everything, writing the script and getting things done. And then you have your manifestors, who are directing or producing, or you have your projectors who are directing or producing, right? And you have your manifesting generators who can do a little bit of production, directing and building, right? And you have your reflector, that's the audience. And the reflectors are going to let you know if you want to get a round of applause or if you need to get tomatoes thrown at you, right? So they do that through observation and intuitive connection. So it's really important for them to also be connected with their tribe as well, because if not, it then causes them to just feel sad and disappointed all the time, because they're always going to be reflecting what's around them. They don't have defined energy. They're only receiving the energy that is in their environment and then amplifying that back to the environment. So the other thing that's crucial for reflectors is their decision-making timing, because their energy is so reflective. They need to wait an entire lunar cycle to make decisions. And think about how antithesis that is to the society that we live in, that requires decisions to be made quick, fast, in a hurry. What are you going to do? You need to know by next week. But reflectors really need time to go through an entire emotional wave, an emotional cycle and lunar cycle to make a sound decision, and not sometimes more than one. So another reason for reflectors it benefits them to be with their people who really understand that need for that decision-making timing and give it to them without pressure, allowing them to stand tall and knowing, like, I know it's different from most of the world, but this is how I need to do it because this is my strength. Okay, think about reflectors and how the conditioning of society must have done a doozy on them. And so grateful for human design and how it invites us to come on right back to who we've always been.